now be done consciously, taking it as sadhana, knowing it as sadhana, and doing it as sadhana. Om. 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 While doing Om, you know already in Taittiriya, we are taught to do the Pranava Upasana both for Medha as well as Sri Kamana. We are also told Om is Parabrahma and Aparabrahma. Keeping that in mind, when we do Omkara Ucharana, it becomes Upasana. And also of the Shanti mantras, Guru mantras, the Artha you know very much. So trying to remember that Artha intellectually and at the mind level, feeling that devotion and prayerfulness is sadhana. Om Sahanavavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Namo Brahmadibhyo Brahma Vidya Sampradaya Kartrubhyo Vamsharashibhyo Mahadbhyo Namo Gurubhyaha. ॐ नमः प्रणवार्थाय शुद्धज्ञानैकमूर्तये निर्मलाय प्रशान्ताय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ॐ शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ॐ श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। ॐ परब्रह्मणे नमः। श्रुतिमात्रे नमः। समस्तब्रह्मविद्या आचार्येभ्यो नमः। ऋषिभ्यो नमः। मुनिभ्यो नमः। गुरुभ्यो नमः। देवताभ्यो नमः। ॐ श्रीवेदव्यास वैशम्पायन याज्ञवल्क्य आद्यशङ्करादिगुरुभ्यो नमः। अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। संकल्पः सर्वेषां गुरूणां देवतानां परब्रह्मणः श्रुतिमातुः अनुग्रहेण समस्त वेदान्तशास्त्रोक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधस्य अस्मिन् क्षणे एव अवाप्त्यर्थं सनातनधर्मवैदिकसंस्कृतेः विश्वव्याप्त्यर्थं विश्वशान्तिकल्याणार्थं साधकानां भक्तानां सेवकानां विघ्न निवारण शक्ति अवाप्त्यर्थम श्वेताश्वतर उपनिषदः पारायणं तैत्तिरीय उपनिषदः आद्य शंकर भाष्य समेत अध्ययनं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। आदौ पारायणम्. We have taken up this most punya yukta delightful work of chanting our Upanishad mantras came from the Nishvasa of Paramatma through the Rishi Parampara from the time eternity. If at all we can tune to something and do something highest, and that is this Parayanam, Shravanam, Adhyanam of Upanishad Vedanta Mantra, because that is ultimate, because that takes us to ultimate. We have done Dvitiya Adhyaya Parayanam yesterday. Let us enjoy doing the Tritiya Adhyaya Parayanam of Shwethaswatara Upanishad. Om Atha Shwethaswatara Upanishad. Om Sahana Vavato Sahanao Bhunakto Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. ओम अथ तृतीयोऽध्यायः। ओम य एको जालवान् ईशत ईशनीभिः सर्वान् लोकान् ईशते ईशनीभिः य एवैक उद्भवे सम्भवे च य एतद्विदुरमृतास्ते भवन्ति एको हि रुद्रो न द्वितीयाय तस्तुः य इमान् लोकान् ईशते ईशनीभिः प्रत्यङ्जनांस्तिष्ठति सञ्चुकोक्षान्तकाले संसृज्य विश्वा भुवनानि गोपाः विश्वतश्चक्षुरुत विश्वतो मुखः विश्वतो बाहुरुत विश्वतस्मात् संबाहुभ्यां धमति सम्पतत्रैः द्यावा भूमि जनयन् देव एकः यो देवानां प्रभवश्चोद्भवश्च विश्वाधिपो रुद्रो महर्षिः हिरण्यगर्भं जनयामास पूर्वं स नो बुद्ध्या शुभया संयुनक्तो या ते रुद्रशिवा तनोः अघोरा अपापकाशिने तया नस्तनुवा शन्तमया गिरिशन्ताभिचाकशीः यामिषुं गिरिशन्तहस्ते बिभर्षि विवर्षस्तवे शिवां गिरित्रतां कुरु माहिंसीः पुरुषं जगत ततः परं ब्रह्म परं बृहन्तं यथा निकायं सर्वभूतेषु गूढं विश्वस्यैकं परिवेष्टितारम् ईशं तं ज्ञात्वामृता भवन्ते वेदाहमेतं पुरुषं महान्तम् आदित्यवर्णं तमसः परस्तात् तमेव विदित्वा अतिमृत्युमेते नान्यः पन्था विद्यते अयनाय यस्मात् परं न परमस्ति किञ्चित् यस्मात् नानीयो न ज्यायोऽस्ति कश्चित् वृक्ष इव स्तब्धो दिवि तिष्ठत्येकः तेनेदं पूर्णं पुरुषेण सर्वं ततो यदुत्तरतरं तदरूपमनामयं य एतत् विदुरमृतास्ते भवन्ति अथेतरे दुःखमेवापि यन्ते सर्वाननशिरोग्रीवः सर्वभूतगुहाशयः सर्वव्यापी स भगवान् तस्मात् सर्वगतः शिवः महान् प्रभुर्वै पुरुषः सत्त्वस्यैष प्रवर्तकः सुनिर्मलाम् इमां प्राप्तिम् ईशानो ज्योतिरव्ययः अङ्गुष्ठमात्रः पुरुषोऽन्तरात्मा सदा जनानां हृदये सन्निविष्टः हृदामन्वेषो मनसा विक्लुप्तः य एतद्विदुरमृतास्ते भवन्ते सहस्रशीर्षा पुरुषः सहस्राक्षः सहस्रपात् स भूमिं विश्वतो वृत्वा अत्यतिष्ठद्दशाङ्गुलं पुरुष एवेदगं सर्वं यद्भूतं यच्च भव्यम् उतामृतत्वस्येषानः यदन्येनातिरोहति सर्वतः पाणिपादं तत् सर्वतोक्षिशिरोमुखं सर्वतः श्रुतिमल्लोके सर्वमावृत्य तिष्ठति सर्वेन्द्रियगुणाभासं सर्वेन्द्रियविवर्जितं सर्वस्य प्रभुमीशानं सर्वस्य शरणं बृहत् नवद्वारे पुरे देहि हंसो लेलायते बहिः वशी सर्वस्य लोकस्य स्थावरस्य चरस्य च अपाणिपादो जवनो गृहीता पश्यत्य चक्षुः स शृणोत्यकर्णः स वेत्ति वेद्यं न च तस्यास्ति वेत्ता तमाहुरग्र्यं पुरुषं महान्तम् अणोरणीयान् महतो महीयान् आत्मा गुहायां निहितोऽस्य जन्तोः तमक्रतुं पश्यति वीतशोकः धातुः प्रसादान् महिमानमीशं वेदाहमेतम् अजरं पुराणं सर्वात्मानं सर्वगतं विभुत्वात् जन्मनिरोधं प्रवदन्ति यस्य ब्रह्मवादिनो हि प्रवदन्ति नित्यम् ओम शान्तिः 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 ओम अतः श्रीकृष्णयजुर्वेदान्तर्गत तैत्तिरीय आरण्यकान्तर्गत तैत्तिरीय उपनिषत् ॐ यस्माज्जातं जगत्सर्वं यस्मिन्नेव प्रणीयते येनेदं धार्यते चैव तस्मै ज्ञानात्मने नमः। यैरिमे गुरुभिः पूर्वं पदवाक्यप्रमाणतः व्याख्याताः सर्ववेदान्ताः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहम्। तैत्तिरेयकसारस्य मयाचार्यप्रसादतः विस्पष्टार्थरुचीनां हि व्याख्येयं सम्प्रणीयते। शान्तिमन्त्रः। ॐ शन्नो मित्रः शं वरुणः शन्नो भवत्वर्यमा शन्न इन्द्रो बृहस्पतिः शन्नो विष्णुरुक्रमः। नमो ब्रह्मणे नमस्ते वायो त्वमेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मासि त्वामेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मावादिशं ऋतमवादिशं सत्यमवादिशं तन्मामावीद तद्वक्तारमावीद आवीन्माम् आवीद्वक्तारम्। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ॐ अथ द्वितीया ब्रह्मानन्दवल्ली शान्तिमन्त्रः। ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ॐ अथ प्रथमोऽनुवाकः। ॐ ब्रह्मविदाप्नोति परं तदेशाभ्युक्ता सत्यं ज्ञानमनन्तं ब्रह्म यो वेदनिहितं गुहायां परमे व्योमन् सोऽश्नुते सर्वान् कामान् सह ब्रह्मणा विपश्चिते ते तस्माद्वा एतस्मादात्मन आकाश सम्भूतः आकाशाद्वायुः वायोरग्निः अग्नेरावः अद्भ्यः पृथिवी पृथिव्या ओषधयः ओषधीभ्योऽन्नम् अन्नात् पुरुषः स वा एष पुरुषोऽन्नरसमयः तस्येदमेव शिरः अयं दक्षिणपक्षः अयमुत्तरपक्षः अयमात्मा इदं पुच्छं प्रतिष्ठा तदप्येष श्लोको भवति। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। Salutations to the entire Brahma Vidya Acharya Parampara, Taittiriya Upanishad Acharya Parampara of Vedavyasa Vaishampayana Yagnivalkya Adya Shankara. Salutations to Shruti Mata, to Brahma Tattva, to all our Gurus. Now, finally, we have to establish in the Atmanubhuti. That alone gives moksha. For that, necessarily the Atma Vidya has to be gained and Anatma Vidya also be gained. Atma Vidya is gained to know that this is me, the Atma. Anatma Vidya should be gained to reject that it is Anatma. And all this is intellectual process. So thus, unless and until any of you and me, the sadhakas, come to the level of the intellectual thinking, listening or inquiry, we will not be able to separate the anatma as anatma and atma as atma. And by rejecting the anatma, we have to establish in the atma that will not happen. Other than this intellectual inquiry of the Shastra, where Atma Anatma Vicharana Vishleshana is done, we can do lot of other Adhyatmika sadhanas of, where let us say the Upasanas, the Vritti Nirodhas or Karma Yogas. In the Upasana, the hundreds of things. All of them will give so many great things, but they keep us continue to be at the level of anatma tadatmya jiva. We may get glorious thing up to The Hiranyagarbha sthiti we can go. Hiranyagarbha also is a samashti jiva. Only he is under, upadhis are under his control, and his upadhi is infinite. But still he is the upadhi, and there is a stage even beyond him also. So, if somebody has come to the study of Upanishads with the Bhashya and ready to listen and understand that too this type of sublime subtle things, he is doing enormous help to himself. And what we are studying now in Taittiriya, Dvitiya, Brahmananda Valli, along with the Bhashya, the first Anuvaka onwards. More importantly, the first Anuvaka itself is most divine most topic it is, very sublime topic it is, a very subtle topic it is, a little difficult but very, very important both for listening and also for our own reflection, contemplation. Then from that comes the essence, the understanding, abiding in that understanding. Not an ordinary subject, not everybody deserves, and not everybody able to lift their mind intellect to that level of understanding. Let us give it a try. And every line, every para has a very important things to convey en route to this path of liberation. Not even one word or sentence can be neglected or rejected or not respected or regarded. If that were the case, Bhashyakara would have not put that sentence or word. Even then, the later on coming so many acharyas, they could have deleted that. They have commented on that, they respected, they didn't delete means what? Every word is so crucial as regard the evolution through the correct understanding is concerned. So too the Bhashyakara always gave Bhashya on the Mula Upanishad mantra. He never said any sentence or say word to be unwanted or can be neglected. That means the Shruti Ukta, every mantra also sacred and the Bhashya also sacred. It is only we have to go into the depths and details of it to understand it and see to it that how it helps us in our own removing the misunderstandings and helps us in our own spiritual evolution. That we have to. So, second Brahma Vidya, Brahmananda Valli, Prathama Anumakaha, then Brahma Vidapnoti Param, Sutra Bhuta Vakya is said. Now, why we have spent 3, 4, 5 days in studying this, and with this repeated study which we deliberately did for the clear understanding, we should be able to catch the essence without any difficulty. So, what is the sentence? Brahma, Brahmavita, Brahmavidapnoti, Brahmavidapnoti, Param. So, this meaning of this sentence with the Bhashya, at least main thing should be in our heart. So, Brahma is what? Vakshamana Lakshanam. And here, Brahmanatvat and Bruhatvat. What Bhashyakara's meaning is Vruddhatamatvat. So Brahma is Vruddhatama. And what is Vruddhatama? We said by all means and all ways of measurement is bigger than biggest, larger than the largest, older than the oldest, higher than the highest, all that. Remember, this is how it is told for telling sake. But when one on the meditational seat reaches to him, the experience of it would be different. Different means it is experience which is said through the words. Neither words nor the meaning of the word is the purpose of the word or the meaning. Through the word, the meaning is conveyed. Using the meaning as a vehicle, we reach to an anubhuti, which when comes to an intellectual level, conceptualized as that meaning, vocal level, named as that word. So Brahma, when you say Vruddhatama, what is Vruddhatama? It is not an object. Like this man is 60, this man is 70, this is 80. Therefore, the 8 is Vruddhatama. All definitions of Brahman are neither words nor meaning of the word. They are all anubhuti. They're all experiences tried to be brought to the intellectual level as concept and put in the form of words, because only through intellectual concept and vocal words that we can communicate, we can convey. It is a helplessness of the rishis and acharyas that they cannot but have to use intellect to conceptualize and words to communicate to the disciples. You and I, as disciples, listen the word, understanding the intellectual meaning behind them, and on the seat of meditation, what is meant as this intellectual concept in our experience, we have to reach to it. Clear? So just again and again we will say you will become familiar. This portion and Yoga Darshanam and our Bhagavatam Ramayanam, we are going to scrutinize every sentence word from now onwards for the deeper understanding and expansion of the intellect. Subtlety, subtle, making subtle the intellect, or using the subtle intellect. We will see that. So Brahma said. Then Brahma means Vedyate, Vedate, Vedayate. So Tad Veti. Brahma means the knower of Brahman. Then Apnoti means Prapnoti. Obtains. What he obtains is Brahma only. Why? Because Apnoti Param, it is said, the Param cannot be anything other than Brahman only. Therefore, Brahmavid Brahma Prapnoti. Now, Prapnoti also is not correct word. Then Brahmavit Brahmaiva Bhavati. A Bhavati also is not correct word. Then what is the right word? No word is right. Brahmavit Brahmaiva Bhavati. Brahmavit Brahma Prapnoti. So these are the languages inevitably have to be used, and all languages have their own limited expression and utility, whereas Brahman is beyond those limited expression of the language. So will he go to Brahman? Brahma, does it come to him? Will that Brahman engulf him, or he submerges in the Brahman? All this we are talking with regard to our day-to-day experiences, where we see two things in which these type of things are possible. But when it comes to Brahman, it is one without second. In him, all these prakriyas that he consumes, him jiva or the sadhaka merges in him, these are all invalid. But that is the only way we understand, but that is the only way the Shruti Mata can say. A sample was given here in the form of that Purva Bakshi asking the question, how apnoti? It should not be. The logic is what? A parichinna will obtain another parichinna who is other than him. Parichinna is limited. Brahman is unlimited, and it is all pervading, and it is a self of all. Means if it is a self of all, it is a self of me also. Therefore, it is me already. Then how like an anatma vastu and parichinna vastu is apnoti gained, how can you use that language of gaining to the atma which is already there? That was the beautiful question. And in that question, the answer, and to the in that answer is all clarity, clear understanding about Brahman. Only then what to do on the seat of meditation will be very clear. Only through that correct meditation we reach to the ultimate experience, after which alone we can claim to be mukta or liberated. We got the moksha. Is it not? Now, we will not in detail explain, but the words we will reply say, you will understand from it. What was the sentence of the main sentence said by Bhagavan Bhashyakara as the answer to Purva Bakshi? Darshana adarshana apekshatvat brahmanaha prapti apraptyoho. Then that 10 people's example you can remember. Then never should be forgotten one very important thing in this entire discussion. which I tell you, Bhagavan Adi Shankara has taken to so much of pains to convey. In this only the entire Vedantic understanding, Vedantic sadhana, Vedantic siddhi also is there. In this explanation to this question, the answer given by Bhashyakara, in that only Vedantic understanding and sadhana and siddhi. That care you took to put all in that. What are the whole things, come from the backside, then you'll understand it is. What was Purvapakshi's word? What is the word of all the Upanishads? Ultimately, that there is nothing other than Brahman. Is it not? Second is what? Therefore, I am already Brahman. And there is nothing other than Brahman. I am also none other than Brahman. Therefore, already I am Brahman. First step, we are coming from this side. Then from there we understand. But the question is, if you are already Brahman, do you experience that Bruhatvam? Do you experience that Vruddhatamatvam? We are not experiencing. The infiniteness of the Brahman is not experienced by us right now. We are always having the fears that shows that we are finite. Infinite will not have any fears. Infinite will not have any efforts. Infinite will not have any struggles. Is it not? We have fears, efforts, struggle continuously going on. चुप बैठ के मैं ब्रह्म हूँ मुझे ना कुछ चाहिए ना ऐसा कोई है क्या हम वह सुबह से लेकर लगे रहते हैं तो दैट्स द प्रूफ टू से दैट ब्रह्म वी आर यस बट अनुभूति इज नॉट देयर पॉइंट वन क्लियरली सिस्टमैटिकली when I am Brahman, still that Anubhuti is not there. How can it be possible? Only one reason. That reason is called avidya. I don't know that I am Brahman. That's it. Then this avidya is the mula. For the avidya yukta jiva, me. So I am Brahman, but I don't know Brahman. Therefore, I am having the avidya of the Brahman. This avidya of me about my own Brahma Tattva is the cause. Be attentive. For these three things. First, the projection of the anatma. Second, identifying with the anatma. Then the chitta thereafter asangataya to the anatma, and it goes on forcing the mana indriyas to function accordingly. Again I am repeating. The avidya of the Brahma Tattva, that I am that alone, is the one because of which first stage the Pancha Mahabhuta, then Pancha Tanmatra, Yukta, Pancha Upadhi Nirmanam. Second is what? Tad Atmata. Third is what? Tad Asakta Chitta. Thereafter, Chitta Vaha Asakt Ho Gaya. So all the time, the life is lived as what? I am none other than the Panchakosha. So, while explaining this, to make us alert, Bhagavan Adi Shankara named them as Anatma only. अनात्मा में आसक्त हो गया अनात्मा में ही चित्त लग गया सो दिस अनात्म रूपी पंचकोशों को ही आत्म रूप में भावना करने लगा so if this is not clearly understood we will not understand where is the problem what to do also then this first of all the pancha mahabhuta pancha tanmatra kruta all the upadhis at the highest level are ultimately they are unreal, they are mithya. In and through what is permeating in them is same Parabrahma, but seen as the Panchakosha. Now, in this case, other than knowing that this anatma, can we do anything with regard to these Panchakoshas as the sadhana? We can't do. You can control it, that's it. But it is by no way going to give us Paramatma. Therefore, what is the thing to be done? Because of avidya, all this has come nonsense. Only through vidya, the avidya goes away. Therefore, try for the vidya. See the clarity. When the vidya comes, avidya goes. When the avidya goes away, from the avidya only, the panchakoshas came, the tadatmya came, asanga chittata came, and the whole life was lived only as panchakosha yukta limited jiva in samsara. You understood? And that is why the Upanishads come to help us. And the only theme of Upanishad is Brahma Vidya. Means जो है उसको जानने से जो नहीं है वो अपने आप चला जाता. Other than this, there is no other way. Because how much you struggle with the non-existing snake, you will never succeed in getting liberated out of it because it is so really appearing, yet equally it is unreal. On the other hand, apprehend the rope. Anna. And luckily, remember always, eternally, there is somebody who has seen the rope as rope to guide us. Then we have to listen to their guidance with Shraddha and follow what they say. Definitely, we also recognize rope as rope. Thereafter, there is no snake, nothing to be done with that later on. ना कोई डरने का है, ना कोई मारने का है, ना कोई भागने का है, ना कोई पकड़ने का है. All samsara which we were struggling in when we were seeing the snake as real, all of them wholesale they go away. In the same way, eternally there are the gurus and acharyas who have experienced Brahma Tattva, like the ones who know the rope there. Then their words we have to listen. Shastra is the expression of all the knowledge of Guru and Paramatma only, is it not? So the Shruti Vakya and the Guru Vakya are the ones which explain to us the Brahma Tattva and its reality and how to reach to it. Okay. Using that, when we reach to Brahman, then Vidya has come, Brahma Vidya and Brahmanubhuti came. Then how can the Avidya stand there? How can the avidya janita panchakosha tadatmya, asakti, then living life only as panchakosha? Now, here the most crucial point is what? Simple words may. I am lost in my identity with the panchakosha. Therefore, not only I am suffering in the samsara, I am also denied of my essential nature, the self. Therefore, what is spiritual sadhana? With the basis as this knowledge, first to discover and discriminate and understand that panchakoshas are not me. Therefore, I should reduce my all sorts of identities and attachments with them. Not totally it goes away, only in the understanding or experience of this rope, the snake goes away. So too, only in the Brahmanubhuti, the entire upadhis go away. But right now, their influence is so much on us that we are not able to think ourselves to be something other than it. That is why it is said. Bhagavan Shankara's that one sentence, if you remember, he says, ki, annamaya avidya annamayadina bahyan anatmanah, because of avidya, all these annamaya, the kosha, which are outer than me, which are other than me, atmatvena pratipannatvatu, because of the practice of taking them as the Atma. See the next sentence. Ki annamayadi anatmabhyah na anya ahamasmi iti abhimanyate. I am never ever anybody other than the Panchakosha. In that type of strong abhimana, we are there. Therefore, the first thing is, first breakthrough in Vedanta, not necessarily in experience in the beginning, but at least in the intellectual understanding of the possibility that I am not the Panchakosha. I am somebody, something other than. If this intellectual clarity doesn't come, then none of the spiritual things we understand, none of the spiritual sadhanas we do, never we give up our samsara. Is it happening to us through all the study of our Upanishads in so many years? We have to observe. And is the thought becoming stronger in me that I am somebody other than the Panchakosha? Then only the question comes, then who is that I am? Who is other than Panchakosha? Then how to obtain him? To that person, the Brahma Vidya becomes valid. The one who has not discovered himself to be other than the Panchakosha, he will never listen anything talked beyond. He will only lost in the Panchakosha. Yukta Jivanam is called samsara. Now you understand why in the entire Prathamavalli we were told as upasana, told all the upasanas we were told to do. And while explaining all those anuvakas, one common thing we explained was what? The upasanas, all of them are given only to tell to us that what we are presently living is not ultimate. There is something higher, greater, and beyond. Whether the Upasya Deva is told to us, whether the Upasana is told to us, whether through the Upasana of the Upasya Deva, when he blesses us, we are given the other worlds, that point is told to us, and in that other world, we are given greater upadhis for the higher happiness is told to us. Purpose of all of that is only to say that what we are now is not ultimate. It can be better, it can be better. And what is the ultimate of all that? The Hiranyagarbha. Having taken us to that level, ki you need not suffer as a jiva with these panchakoshas. In this world, you can have better panchakoshas or better upadhis. You can go to Yaksha Kinnara Kimpurusha Siddha Charana Loka. You can become one with Agni, Vayu, Aditya. You can even rise above all these, even to go to the Hiranyagarbha sthiti. By saying all that what is achieved by the Shruti Mata to make us accept that what I am now is not ultimate. We are fixed that this I am. You know, I am only this body, this alone is my life, and this is my prapancha of the friends and relatives, and through them eking out happiness by all means. This thought fixation is called samsara. When we come out of it, next life I will have again, depending on what best things I do today. And there I'll have the people around me like this, maybe better than me. The upadhis will be better than me. The thought never comes only because to that extent we are lost in our identity with only this. And not even we remember, we not remember, but it is an idea that I came from somewhere. There were also people like with them, which I have now. With them also had various relativities, relations. The sukha dukha, I got them. आता ही नहीं दिमाग में, which is a fact. Why identify with this deha and this prapancha so much that as if this alone is ultimate? Therefore, though through upasana, reaching to the higher worlds is not the ultimate goal or even liberation, yet that is told only to make us go through, create, achieve that breakthrough to understand that this is not ultimate. There is something other. There's something other, and that something other, the ultimate is Hiranyagarbha. First to reach to that. Thereafter again, even the Hiranyagarbha is conditioned only with the Upadhi, therefore he is also not ultimate. Then who is ultimate, sir? The Nirupadhika Brahma. The Upadhi Vyashti hai, so he is Jiva. Samashti hai, to Hiranyagarbha. But both of them are Sopadhika. They are conditioned expressions only. And the liberation moksha comes only when we experience the unconditional reality, truth. That is called as Brahman. Therefore, the Brahma Vidya, Brahma Vicharana, Brahma Jnana, Brahmanubhuti. If one is not understood it, he will not be applying his mind. Then who is that Brahman? What is that Brahman? Ityadi. That's why through Upasana we are made to understand. Therefore, the question remains with all our so many years of study, I am something other than what I think I am now. At least, if not this, I can be little better than this. For better, I have to do Upasana. Therefore, Pakka Samsari say, कम से कम उपासक लेवल तक आने से हम थोड़ा इवॉल्व कर रहे हैं. Then upasaka through upasana can go up to Hiranyagarbha, but still it is binding. Then from the upasaka, what we have to become? Jignasu. So the कर्म करने वाला कर्ता से उपासना करने वाले उपासक तक हमको लिफ्ट किया जाता है. फिर उपासना करने वाले उपासक से ज्ञान पाने वाला जिज्ञासु. That jignasu fulfills his jignasa in the jnanam. First theoretical, then the meditational, third experiential. See in that Bhashya how important things are embedded by Bhagwan Shankara, which we will recognize when his grace is there and we are interested in. Unless what is our present position and that position is binding in this way is explained, we will not try to come out of it. See the sequential. We started from here. I am Brahma. But am I experiencing it? No. That means I have an avidya. From the avidya came what? The pancha kosha upadhi. With that upadhi, what has happened? Atmatva. After the atmatva, what happened? Asakti. After the asakti, what happened? Living life only as panchakosha. That led to what is the final thought? I am panchakosha yukta jiva only. I am nothing other than that. That problem we are in now. Therefore, reverse from that. Through the karma and upasana, we are trained to know that we are something other than this. We can be something other or better than this. You understood? How beautiful is our spiritual evolution. Which, unless you have the calm and quiet mind, dedicated intellect to the Guru's words and logics examples, these subtle things will not be understood. And all understanding of Vedanta is in this only. Right now, you and I are what? Only Panchakosha Yukta Deha. Therefore, कभी शरीर को खुशी दे दो by giving it sleep, by इंद्रियों को खुशी दे दो by giving the objects, give happiness to the mana by giving some emotions, give to the intellect some feeding of some knowledge and information of the world outside. When tired of all of that, go to sleep. Is there anything other than this we are doing? No. This is what is samsara. In that KG, that K3G cinema, Kabhi Khushi, Kabhi Gum, Tararam Pam Pam. We are going on that. Out of so many millions of jivas we are going through, the one who gets an idea or inquisitiveness or frustration, whatever you say, that how long this type of KG, Kabhi Khushi, Kabhi Gum, can there be any state where only Khushi is there, not Gum? To that person who asked this question, then the Guru says, yes, very much so. The eternal, endless peace and bliss and happiness can be experienced by you. That stage can be reached. And the most funniest part is, you are actually that only. You understand? You are actually that only. You have forgotten it. No, I tell you, very trickish, very confusing, very subtle thought. With full understanding that you will not understand it. Like a person became doctor, another became lawyer. Where are the doctors, lawyers are? They're very much in them only already, but brought out through various outer processes. The doctor and lawyer is not born from outside. Outside the teachings are given. Is it not? बाहर से मेडिसिन लॉ टीचिंग किया गया, बट डॉक्टर उत्पन्न कहाँ से हुआ? लॉयर अंदर से ही हुआ. So every profession is coming from within only. Within what? From Brahma Tattva only. What is Brahma Tattva? Beyond all these identities. In the same way, what we are living life now as samsari, this jiva is actually Brahma only. But avidya, panchakosha, tadatmya, asakti, fully engrossed in that, settling in that, in such a way that I am none other than Panchakosha and I am not interested to listen anything. क्या करते हैं हम? आई एम फिक्स्ड एज पंचकोशा, इसी में कोई खुशियां दे सकते तो दो. इसके अलावा कुछ मैं बताना. Such person is called samsari. That samsari, when he does all upasanas, his upasana phala he expects are only of this type, that you want to continue to be bound with the panchakosha only. That's how the millions of upasakas are only at that level. Out of them, one who wants to know if there is something beyond. Nahi hai to we can't do. But when he asks it to a guru, he says, yes, it is there. It is you already. Therefore, you have forgotten it. Then you have to know it. Forgotten is called as avidya. Knowing it is called vidya. So the vidya removes avidya and samsara goes away. But that vidya also, if it is intellectual, it never gives the moksha. Then that vidya of Brahman, that Brahman is this, has to come to us as our own experience. And in the highest level of contemplation and inquiry, we as a jiva, through the contemplating means, listen carefully, reach to that experience so close that even that effort of contemplation goes away. Then we become that. Becoming is a wrong word. We experience that. Experience also is a wrong word because उसमें भी त्रिपुटी होता है. We discover ourselves. Self is never covered. That word also is wrong. So every word is wrong, but the experience will be there as right. We will see today also, tomorrow, more deeply than this in our Patanjali Yoga Darshana when we discuss Sampragnata Yoga and Asampragnata. आपके तो ये अगले एक हफ्ता पूरा आपका नाक में दम होने वाला है. If you are really applying your intellect to listen and understand. But if you are having patience to listen and understand, you are the most fortunate people of the entire universe. So, Brahma, Brahmavita, Brahmavidapnoti, Brahmavidapnoti Param. Therefore, apnoti is the word used by Shruti. Is correct. In what parlance or context or explanation? Only adarshana, darshana are the reasons because of which aprapti and prapti. Therefore, what you said, Brahman, Sarvayapaka, Sarvatma, Sarvakarana, Sarvagata, it is we only say that Vedanti, what you're talking. But like that person, Kenachit Darshitaha, somebody told that 10th who are that missing person about whom you are worried, beta wo tum hi ho, Darshitaha. Now what he did, the avidya of the Atma he removed. He never created the 10th person. He was already there. But because of avidya, he could not find. And what the avidya did later on made him attentive about the outer 9 people. And he was so busy in counting them. So busy he was in counting them. Both way. डरते डरते काउंट कर रहा है, यार एक मिस होगा मिस होगा मिस होगा. सब तो है. देखो 9 names, 9 forms, 9 friends. They are aware of it. तो वन साइड देर इज खुशी दैट सारे 9 है, बट फिर से गम है, यार कहाँ गया फिर 10th वन. So he is overpowering attention to the anatma, the panchakoshas, the 9 people, never allowed him to think and inquire about his own self in whose presence the 9 are counted. You understood how the avidya and panchakosha and the tadatmya makes us never go near the reality and liberation. This person, each of them, take one, counting all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9. तो एक मिस्टर रमेश होना चाहिए है, 2 वेंकट होना चाहिए है, तीसरा राजू होना है, 4 बलविंदर होना है, 5 और कुछ. ही वेंट ऑल, सब है, बट 10 होना चाहिए. यू अंडरस्टैंड? 9 ही हो गए. हाउ इंटरेस्टिंग. एग्जाम्पल देखो इतना मजेदार है. Then kenachit karudikena darshita yoga marga. When he told that 10th is you. So what exactly happened to that person is he withdrew his attention from the 9 and he applied his attention onto himself. Then what happened? The avidya is replaced by the vidya, or vidya removed the avidya. Then both of them gone away. Then what came? The one whom we thought is lost, because of whom we became miserable, is me only. That experience came. I am the one whom I am searching. So there are two stages. There is someone who is missing, therefore misery. Second is discovering that person and ending the misery once for all. Now all the nine were continuously sitting, discussing, counting, one is missing, and they're going on becoming miserable till that Guru came and taught. You and I, all of us are caught up in Anatma, talking about Anatma, trying to get eternal happiness to the Anatma. None of us are getting, because our attention, all of us are on the nine only, not our own self. The tenth. Therefore, inevitably we need the Karunika Guru through Shastra to indicate our own Swarupa to us. Following those indications, when we discover our own self, the darshan जब आत्मा का होता है प्राप्ति हो जाता है. So that the praptasya prapti it is, not apraptasya prapti. Then how can you sort out the contradiction of the praptasya prapti? क्योंकि अप्राप्त का ही प्राप्ति होता है ना. प्राप्त का प्राप्ति कैसा कर सकते हो? That is why darshana adarshana. And why the adarshana? Because of avidya. And how the darshana? Because of the vidya. बट टू गेट द दर्शना दर्शन विद्या विद्या थोड़ा गुरु से हमें बात सुनकर वी हैव टू मेक अवर अटेंशन शिफ्टेड फ्रॉम द नाइन, शिफ्टेड फ्रॉम द पंचकोश. Unless we give chance to Guru and listen to him and shift our attention and identity temporarily from the Panchakosha to the self inside, the journey will not begin. And only the journey is completed, we discover the विद्या के द्वारा विद्या निकल गया, then अप्राप्त जो लग रहा था उसकी प्राप्ति हो जाएगी. From that when you look back, all the Panchakosha, the Jiva Bhava, none of them were as real as they were thought. Always remember, Panchakoshas as other than Brahman are unreal. Panchakoshas as expression of Brahman is real. Panchakosha are not real. Like pot other than the mud is unreal. But pot as mud is real. Real in the sense it is having vyavahara. But the potness is unreal, it will break. Mud is eternally real. In the same way, the Brahman is reality. Other than Brahman, there is nothing. But Brahman alone is in the form of the world. But the form and name of the world is unreal. Again, the Brahman alone is reality. Therefore, discover your real Brahma Tattva, then play with the Rupa Nama in the world, fully knowing well that they are not permanent. They are not real. Then that becomes a Kela, Leela, not Samsara. Shastra doesn't want to take away the world from us. It says it takes away the dukkha aspect of the world, which is born because of taking the world as real and forgetting real reality. What the Shastra does is reveals the reality to us, prove to us the mithyatva of the Jagat, by after which Guru and Shastra are not required. I myself understood now that I am the real, whole world is a projection on me, then I don't get bound. Nobody gets bound by any projected thing taking it as real when he knows it is projection, when he knows it is unreal. संसार को बुलाने से भी नहीं होता. As much suffering we had when we saw the snake on the rope and struggled to do everything. Once it is known that it is rope, not snake, अब कोई भी इसको संसार नहीं दे सकते. Because he has understood by himself it is not a snake, it is rope. अब जब खुद को पता चला, अभी कोई डरा ही नहीं सकता. How many times we have seen right from our childhood these type of experiences, that in the ignorance when something is projected, how much we were frightened and suffering. When the knowledge dawned, the projection gone away, yet it appeared, it never deceived us. Like the mirage water appears but never deceives. No human being runs behind mirage water. Only a deer runs. That is why it's called a mruga trushna. Only a mruga thinking that there is water, out of his trushna goes on running. Not a human. If a human also is running behind the mirage water, he is equivalent to mruga. Because it's appearing but not real. Now, when it's appearing and not real, why is it appearing? Don't ask question. When it is not real, problem is solved. Is it not? The problem comes only when you take it as real and run behind it. The whole world is taken as real, we are running behind it, therefore we are in problem and soup. When you understand it is unreal, you will not run. The question is redundant. And this will never happen unless the reality is discovered. The real Brahman, if not discovered, the Jagat can never be, should never be said as unreal and kept aside. ये गलत. जगत में रहना है, धर्म करना है, जगत में रहना है, गुरु के पास जाना है, जगत में रहना है, ज्ञान पाना है, जगत में रहना है, साधना करना है. पराकाष्ठा स्थिति में अनुभव में कहने की भी जरूरत नहीं है कि जगत मिथ्या है. नेवर से जगत इज मिथ्या. इट विल बी मिसअंडरस्टैंडिंग. जगत इज एज रियल टिल वी रीच द गोल. नहीं तो मिथ्या करके चलो गुरु भी मिथ्या, क्लास भी मिथ्या, सत्संग भी मिथ्या, सब छोड़ते हैं. सिर्फ खाना, टीवी देखना, सोना, ये 3 ही रियल है. सत्यम, ज्ञानम, अनंतम. See, we ourselves say that जगत मिथ्या है बाबा, छोड़ो छोड़ो. Then again we say भाई उतना भी मिथ्या नहीं है कि तुम साधना भी छोड़ दोगे. साधना की दृष्टि से सत्य. स्वामी जी साधना सत्य है तो फिर एंजॉयमेंट भी सत्य होना चाहिए. Then फंसो, मैं क्या करूं? See the problem between the guru and disciple. And in that problem, guru enjoys, not the disciple. Disciple suffers, not the guru. Guru clearly knows the world is unreal. In that unreal world also, there is some sadhana to be taken as real till the siddhi is reached. When this is told to the disciple, he says, Chalo sadhana real hai to kar raha hu, let me enjoy the world also as real. Then he gets lost. So that is why sadhana के लिए मात्र जगत है. Is it not? Not for samsara or the bhoga. If that conviction comes to us, which is the outcome of many years of listening and contemplation, and going through a lot of experiences and analyzing them and finding them to be both non-permanent, temporary. Second, in and through every experience, discovering that the happiness is found from within but not outside. Is it not? Through every experience, whatever happiness came is from inside, and none of the experiences in which experiencer, experienced, experiencing were there, they were permanent. In this analysis and understanding, our value importance given to the world gets reduced. Then we only do those sadhanas which also have to be given up later on, which take us to reality. Like, Brahma Vidya removes avidya. After that, Vidya ka bhi jarurat nahi hai. Vidya is intellectual knowledge, conviction. After experience, no need of intellect, no need of conceptualization of it. That is why Brahma Vidya nahi chahiye humko, Brahma Bodha chahiye. But Brahma Bodha will come only when avidya goes away. To remove the avidya, Vidya is required. Krishna is required for Arjuna to give the knowledge and help. Arjuna, with the help of Krishna, he will remove the Kauravas. After that, when he becomes king, Krishna is not required now, in that sense. कृष्ण तो भगवान के रूप में हमेशा चाहिए हमको. In the same way, here Krishna is Vidya. And I am suffering. And who is my enemy? Avidya. तो कृष्णा का हेल्प लेकर remove the avidya, you are happy. This is what it is. So, we try to summarize what last 3 days we were studying and its importance and its subtlety. And again, still it is not fully remembered. That's why Vidya Shravana, Vidya Grahana, Vidya Dharana, and then Abhyasa. All the 4 are equally important. We are at the Shravana level now. थोड़ा आज इतना ग्रहण हुआ. कौन सा ग्रहण स्वामी जी? सूर्य एंड चंद्र. अरे यार वो नहीं, उपनिषद ग्रहण. Then you have to hold on to this knowledge and look the whole life live only on the basis of it. That is called a dharana and abhyas. And definitely the abhyas has to be done, and when we do, definitely it gives the result. So, Brahma Shravana, Brahma Vidya, Brahma Abhyasa, finally, Brahmanubhuti. Therefore, is apnoti true or not? What said by Shruti Mata, it is true. Shankara Bhagavan he always has to defend the Shastra. He took up that job. Therefore, in Shastra, Rishi, casually when he says something, which the Purapakshis try to hold it and try to pull them down, Bhagavan Shankara takes as his responsibility and defends. So apnoti is a word. Shruti Mata never meant by saying Brahmavid apnoti param is something other than me is the Brahma, and when I get param. ऐसा नहीं कहा. Shruti to straight. She is pure. She is Shuddha. She is ultimate. But this fellow, because the language problem, living at the language level, he'll catch the Pura Pakshi. How can you do the apnoti? Then he uses all his brains to say, ये अनात्मा का ही एक व्यक्ति के द्वारा प्राप्त किया जाता है, वो व्यक्ति और वो वस्तु दोनों परिच्छिन्न होना है. So he is using all Vedantic terms only, prakriyas only, Purva Pakshi, but he is holding on to the word apnoti. At all places he is agreeing with. He says Sarvagatam Brahma, Sarvasyatma Brahma, Aparichinna Brahma. These are all Vedantic words. Purva Pakshi is using them only. Along with that, he is holding his point that how can it be apnoti? Then naturally he is caught up at that level. Then Bhagavan takes responsibility both of releasing him in that problem and also once for all explaining why the word apnoti or how the word apnoti has to be understood. That's why the main sentence. Darshana adarshana apekshatvat brahmana prapti apraptyoho. See, after so much of listening, now you understand how important is his Mula Vakyam and his explanation through all logics and also the example of those 10 people and then interpreting it in our own life, how with the avidya of the Brahma creating the Panchakosha, identifying with them, asakta in that, we are lost so much in that I am nothing or nobody or other than this Panchakosha. I am not other than this. To that level we are lost. Like any professional, I am doctor. He never thinks he is a lawyer or engineer or anything. उनको थॉट भी नहीं आता कि मैं लॉ पढ़कर लॉयर भी बनूं. Even if somebody says, hey, why can I'm already doctor, he says. Does it mean that he's really a doctor? He's a human being. Only through the upadhi is a doctor. And does it mean that he can't become a lawyer if he studies law? He can. But you know, the thought never comes to him. Both the things. I am not the doctor and I can be the lawyer. ये आता ही नहीं उनको. I am not the lawyer. I don't want to be lawyer. I am doctor. I don't want to give up the medical profession. So too, I am Panchakosha. I am not Brahman. I don't want to become Brahman. I want to continue Panchakosha. If possible, give me more and more permanent sukha in this only. That is what every one of us struggling the impossible, for the impossible. For nobody, though outside how much ever they laugh, inside everybody is frustrated, depressed, rejected and miserable. Only a Brahma Anubhava Vyakti, not even Brahma Jnani, theoretical, only a Brahma Anubhava Vyakti can say that I am in that bliss without any tension. All others, they outside kitna bhi nautanki kare, they may go to even different lokas like Indra and all. With so many yajnas done, he becomes Indra, but always upright. कोई बैठ रहा है क्या ध्यान में मेरे कुर्सी हड़पने को. That is ultimately ना at every level we understand accept compromise. जब कुर्सी की बात आती है फिर सबका हिल जाता है दिल. सब लोग कुर्सी के लिए काम. The kursi outside is the tadatma with panchakoshas and spirituality. That is the power of delusion. Created, gained, maintained regularly by us. यानी लोग मेकअप लगा के निकलते हैं और बैग में सारे मेकअप सामान लगाते हैं. हर 10 दिन में they look at and again they make up themselves. Continuously. They want to show off to the world. They are beautiful and all. Same you and I are fully made up as Jiva with Panchakosha and again we are renewing that only through every thought, word, deed. काया वाचा मनसा. We are only त्रिकर्ण शुद्धि से अहम जीवोस्मि, अहम देहोस्मि, हम संसारी सुखी दुखी आत्मा अस्मि and my pursuit is everything other than myself, the outer world. अब देखो when the Mahatmas, Gurus, who were also earlier going through all that, after recognize the self and they look at us all, how much they will be getting that laughter without a need of any TV. Everyone was on a cartoon, struggling in a place where the end result is struggle only. Never ever the struggles end. The result of struggle called as continuous happiness comes never anywhere other than in Brahmanavati. Having listened this again and again, we have to come to these two conclusions that through Brahma Vidya, I will remove the avidya and samsara and make that vidya as experience. So, and get my liberation. These two things, ब्रह्म विद्या से अविद्या और संसार निकालना, और वही ब्रह्म विद्या का दूसरा अंग है अनुभूति पाना. If these two are fixed in our mind, that is correct fixation. Any other fixation, okay, I want to do this, I want to achieve that, I am fixed about it, I am trying it. You might be getting it also, but that wrong. See, what you get is, do you get the thing is not important, no? What you got, is it ultimate or not, that is important. कोई भी कुछ भी करके कुछ भी पा सकते हैं, बट वो लायक है कि नहीं वो चीज, that's a big question. Even in Vyavahara, I can pay money or take loans etc. and buy a car, but is it worthy? जो दिन भर घर में बैठे रहते हैं, what is the use of car? So you can buy car is important नहीं ना, is it required or not is important. Is it that value, that worthy, that's important. So too we can work hard and get everything of this world, but is it worthy enough of giving us permanent happiness? Is it worthy enough of giving us the freedom from the fears etc.? लायक है कोई इस जगत में वो चीज जो हमको दुख से भय से मुक्त कर सकता है? नहीं. तो फिर the problem is remaining the same. What is the use of that pursuit? With all the money earned, still I am feeling the fear, I am feeling the limitation. What did you do? With all the friends and relations outside, still I am in fear and misery. What is the meaning in that gain? With all the Panchakosha Tadatmya and doing everything for it, still if there is fear and misery, we are continuing in Bevakufi. This is called as the real wisdom. That person only, they now become genuine. I don't want all these efforts and gains which never end my limitation and fear or dukkha. Is there anything which can make me experience the infinitude? Then effortlessness and miserylessness. Clear? And that is already we, Brahma Swarupa mein. But फंसे हुए पंचकोशों में because of avidya. So go on gaining vidya for years together, lives together. Apply that vidya medicine to remove the avidya and avidya janita panchakosha, tadatmya, asakti, then involvement. This is what takes long time. Never it takes long time to realize I am Brahman. Because you're already there. What takes more time is to be able to reject that I am not Panchakosh. हम क्या है, ये छोड़ के वो पकड़ रहे, वो छोड़ के ये पकड़ रहे, लेकिन सबको छोड़ नहीं पा रहे. You understand? So through vidya, when it is strengthened again and again, there is a chance for this avidya to be dropped. Then only the real pursuit of Brahma Tattva happens. So this is what is the summary. Please listen to today's talk at least 3 times. Because we have summarized what was said in last 4 days and the beauty of this knowledge. I hope it was some meaningful. I don't know, need not reply to me, but एक आध बार जरूर सुनना. अब इससे हमको पता चलेगा कि at what level of क्षिप्त मूड विक्षिप्त भूमिका is our mind, then we will understand the need of the yoga sadhana for doing the vritti nirodha. Until the vritti nirodha is done, ekagra is done, the chitta will not be efficient enough to understand the Vedanta. In the Vedanta, it's already said. Viveka, Vairagya, Shama, Dhamma, Uparama, Titiksha, Shraddha, Samadhanam. These all 6 alone is the entire Yoga Sutras. Put it in different form, that's it. इन वेदांत में ये 6 कर दो तो पूरा योग का जो है वो सब इसमें आ जाता है. You understand? Yoga only explains in detail to make us understand all intricacies and achieve the same thing. So unless that way we make our व्यक्तित्व पुरुषा अंतःकरण सब शुद्ध एकाग्र नहीं बनाए तो the intellectual knowledge only is not coming to us. When will the conviction come? When will we really do the Aham Brahmasmi sadhana in its true sense on the seat of meditation? After doing that, ki anubhuti will come. then only moksha. So listening to all that, इतना करना है स्वामी जी, मेरे को तो डर लग रहा है, मेरे से नहीं होगा, आई विल कंटिन्यू टू बी संसारी, तथास्तु, व्हाट कैन आई डू? नो नो, इतना करना है तो आई विल गिव ऑल माय टाइम एनर्जी ओनली फॉर दिस नाउ, तथास्तु। एक बढ़िया सा लक्ष्य को देखकर, मार्ग को देखकर जो डर के मार्ग से भाग जाता है, देन ही इज नॉट ए पर्सन वर्दी ऑफ इट, इट इटसेल्फ प्रूव्स। When a beautiful fruit is there on the top of a tree, but tree is bigger, you have to climb it. The fellow who says that it's so high, I have to climb, I will be frightened, I cannot climb, I may fall. Therefore, I don't want fruit. It is not I don't want fruit. You don't deserve it. With so many weaknesses, you will never get a fruit. But the other fellow says, come what may, I'll reach that fruit. I'll climb the tree. He's already deserving it. And dekhte, he will climb and get also. So, to understanding spirituality, if somebody finds it as difficult, he doesn't deserve the spiritual enlightenment. But understanding spirituality and the path, the one who gets inspired, he is the one who is fit for it. So, let us be inspired to really restart our spiritual life, first of all, by adjusting our outer vyavahara. Second, seeing its influence in our personality, where our mind is slowly coming to ekagra. With that, let this Brahma Vidya is the only thing should be pursued by us. And in its pursuing, in its continuity, one day we will realize it. ठीक है, अब देखो इतना कहने के बाद दी अवतारिका फॉर दी सेकंड लाइन ऑफ द प्रथमा अनुवाका, we have done half of it yesterday, but as we have summarized today till what we did yesterday, इसका भी थोड़ा हम summarize करके then the great discussion is going on. हाँ, एक पूर्व पक्षी का प्रश्न होता है, 1 2 3 4 even 8 or 9 प्रश्न, answering all of them, भगवान शंकरा lifts us to such a beautiful deeper level of understanding. अब देखो आज की इतने बातें सुनने के बाद सूक्ष्मता क्या है, सूक्ष्म अंडरस्टैंडिंग क्या है, स्थूलता क्या है, स्थूल मिसअंडरस्टैंडिंग क्या है, पता चला कि नहीं? थोड़ा कम से कम. Now you understand what is the meaning of tamas rajas in the chitta, then adharma, ajnana, avairagya, anaishwarya, ishvara priyatva and vishaya priyatva. And when the bhumika is ekagra, how we become paramatma abhimukha. I am connecting Yoga Sutra and this Brahma Vidya. देखो देखो देखो. No, to this level of getting this knowledge from the gurus, we got because we were regular, because we were sincere, because we never gave up, because we never became egoistic to choose to do the things as we wanted. You understand? That good thing done by us, knowingly or unknowingly, brought us to the level of making us understand these intricacies of Vedanta. Still, if you have some inhibitions, ability, doubts, all those things, at this level only we get stuck up. From here also, when we come to become more Shraddhalu to our gurus, starting from our Adi Shankara Bhagavan and all, more Bhakta to our own Upanishad Shruti Mata, and more prayerful and surrendered to the Narayana or Ishvara or Ishtadeva, then both things will happen. One, our intellects will be made more purer and sharper. Second, consequently, the subtle intricacies of the Vedanta will be made easy to us, understandable to us. And with that, our Lakshya becomes Paramatma, our sadhana becomes introverted. Then there is a proper meaning for living life. Okay, so we will see. Tadesha Bhukta ka Bhashya hi Bhagavan Shankara gives in 7 8 lines. Then Satyam Jnanam Ananta Brahma. What are those 3 words? What are their meanings? What are their relation with the Brahma? Are they the adjectives, or the qualities, or their explanations, or the indicators, or the descriptions? ये सारा डिस्कशन होने वाला है और मजा आएगा. इसलिए मैं कहा, आपको याद है कल या परसों कि स्लीप वेल, नॉट इन क्लास, एट नाइट, मॉर्निंग लेट गेट अप, डोंट गेट अप टू अर्ली, get up at 5, not at 3:30. Then do your japa and come fresh for the class. What you do, I just told you few things. If it doesn't work, whatever works, you do it. But do that by which we are in the class afresh in the mind, so that we can receive it. So this 1 month will be very crucial, both in Taittiriya as well as Bhashyam. And you will see, Yoga Shastra, जो कुछ अभी पढ़ा है हमने वही रिपीट होगा 100%. This Bhagavan is giving us two doses so that we should not miss it. A doctor who is so much interested in the patient because of it is his friend or family member, again and again revisits the patient, checks the parameters and medication he changes. अपना नहीं है, ठीक है, नर्स को भेज दो, जाओ देखो जिंदा है तो दवा दे देना, नहीं है तो दवा मेडिकल शॉप में बेच देना. So far when we were never deserving, our gurus also left us. But now, when we have become Shraddhalu, Bhakta, Jignasu, and most importantly, regular and sincere, our Gurus also visiting us on the vehicles of or the through means of different Shastras to the treat us, treat the samsari in us to make him the healthy person of Jignasu and Jnani and Mukta Purush. We have to recognize that also. If you don't recognize it, then again you listen to your mind. It will take you. ये क्लास मैंने सुना, वो मैंने सुन लिया, ये मैं समझ लिया, तो फिर इसको छोड़ दूंगा, उसको छोड़ दूंगा. Remember, by leaving the class, you are leaving the Guru, you are leaving the Shastra, you are leaving the Bhagwan. More than that, you are getting the wrong habit of disturbance, distraction, jumping from one place to the other. Such mind will never be stable at one place to understand, to do sadhana, to reach out. That is what I am every day trying to command you all. It is not, if you're in Chanchalata of the Mana, then go to everywhere, listen to everything, collect the data. It's only entertainment, not sadhana. But in our classes, through all these classes, using, integrating all the textbooks, that's how the empowering the understanding, substantiating it. Are we not doing it? And to our own fortune, every time, all the classes of all 6 texts are going together only. Now, this is called Ishvara Krupa, and if you deny that, where are you going? Other than, denying the grace. ये हमको होना चाहिए अकल. And those who are regular, for them the point is, don't allow the mind to be weakened or distracted by exposing it to unwanted involvements. उनके लिए ये प्रॉब्लम. रेगुलर तो आ रहे हैं, बट फिर भी ये वो दुनियादारी में फंसे, तो दिस नॉलेज इज एलिमिनेटेड. Remember, million times we discuss, world and its involvements will never end. We have to put an end, and that we can do when we love our goal importantly. Main. How can anything compromise us with our goal pursuit? That means we are not loving our own goal. It is not goal only. By the way, time pass. Anything आता है हम ये छोड़कर भटकते हैं. It shows our instability. That also we have to cross. Only for the sake of class, when we stop sacrificing everything, ready to sacrifice everything, then only in the seat of meditation also we'll be able to sacrifice everything for the sake of japa, for the sake of the other subtle contemplation and all. बाहर जो हम करते हैं वही अंदर हमको करना होता है. बाहर हम भटकते हैं तो अंदर भी भटकेंगे. बाहर हम स्ट्रांग हो गए, नो आई कैन नॉट कम टू एनीथिंग, आई विल अटेंड माय क्लास, दैट्स इट. तुम चेंज करो अपना प्रोग्राम. बट मेरा शादी का मुहूर्त है आपके क्लास के टाइम में, चेंज द मुहूर्त, नॉट द क्लास. If that, then only on the seat of meditation also we can reject all the kshipta moda vikshipta vrittis and maintain ekak. जो बाहर हम करते हैं वही अंदर बनता है, याद रख लेना इसको. So let us commit that way ourselves. Let us invoke the already given blessings of Guru and Shastra and Parabrahma and our Ishtadeva. O Lord, please forgive every mistakes. Please pull us away from every extrovertedness. Please give us more bhakti, shraddha and ekagrata. Please see to it that we are empowered to walk path without any distraction, disturbances, and ere long reach you. Please, 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 Bhagwan, you have to ask him. Then only we'll be on the track. Thank you. Om, 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 Om. Om, 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 Om. You 3-4 people or 5 who are so regular for morning class, I request you, don't miss the Upanishad. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Sri Guru Bhyo Namaha Paramarshibhyo Namaha Parabrahmane Namaha Shrutimatre Namaha Om Tatsat Brahmarpanamastu. Great. Thank you. Let us spend some 20 minutes for our Yoga Darshanam to reach to one more step. Slowly and steadily. I have no hurry.